Listening Library presents The Dark Cove Theatre Society by Sierra Marilyn Riley. Read for you by the author, Sierra Marilyn Riley. With additional narration by Sarah Drew. To all my crushes and castmates, but most of all to Quinn, the very best of both.
Appendix A. Excerpt, Dark Cove Arts Academy brochure. Welcome to Dark Cove Arts Academy. Since its founding in 1892, Dark Cove Arts Academy has accumulated a far-reaching reputation for academic excellence, consistently ranking as a top art school at an international level. Here, traditional wisdom blends with visionary curricula. Through its provision of classical, gender-segregated training in dance, music, theater, and visual art for young men and women, the Academy provides students with the tools and facilities they need in order to become masters of their respective craft. Our campus, a designated heritage site, is located on a forested island roughly 80 nautical miles off the north coast of British Columbia, Canada. Rich in historical significance for both settler and Indigenous peoples, Dark Cove Island's resplendent environment is conducive to the rigorous, creative teachings of the Academy. Facilities include 2 schoolhouses designed in the Gothic tradition by Vincent du Maurier, a large communal library, a dining hall, 2 dark rooms, 2 state-of-the-art recording booths, 10 rehearsal studios, a 200-seat proscenium stage theater, and boutique boarding accommodations with views of Raven Lake. Guided by the values of persistence, courage, and excellence, Dark Cove's first headmaster, Frederick Stein, recognized dedicated artistic education as a keystone to the development of the world's future leaders. During Stein's incumbency, young men and women were instructed to choose a path to which they could dedicate themselves fully, no matter how dark the night, no matter how difficult the course might reveal itself to be. They would act as their own guiding lights, and this would be their legacy. Though the curriculum has been updated since Stein's tenure, that tenet holds true. Graduates of the Academy's 3-year program leave the island with highly specialized skills, a comprehensive understanding of the creative industries at large, and a vast network of alumni at their fingertips. Countless cultural pioneers have passed through these halls, each one taking a piece of the island with them, each one leaving a piece of themselves behind, forever tethered in spirit to the Academy. Once a covey, always a covey. In tenebris lucem creemus.
Chapter 1. A foghorn blares as the 6 a.m. ferry casts away from the mainland. It takes less than a minute at sea for me to realize I have neither the stomach nor the focus to get any reading done here. The front of the boat, already heaving on choppy water, is an apparently irresistible photo op. I tuck Jane Eyre into my satchel, gulp down my seasickness, and make for the main deck. Anything to distance myself from the feral mass of students snapping pictures at the helm. Soon, social media feeds will be deluged with pretty girls kicking up their Duke and Dexters in front of an ominous white wall. The mist out here is Silent Hill thick. It's not exactly ideal photo shoot weather, but this is our last chance to post, text, or call before losing signal. Once we get to the island, we won't even be able to send an email without the help of a microwave-sized desktop computer at the campus library. I pull out my cell, down to 2 bars already, and wipe the sea spray off the screen with my sleeve. Among the still-there droplets, one new message. Kay, where are you? I type, Okay. Writing a reply on this stubbornly wet phone, like reading Bronte at the Bow, is a fool's errand. I set out to find the sender instead. Wind thrums in my ears, and mist needles my face as I thread through reunited friend groups. Even on our co-ed nautical voyage, the school populace separates into gendered blocks, subdivided by areas of study and interest. For each Dark Cove Arts Academy major, there are different specializations and, as a result, innumerable covey cliques. I pass brooding poets, giddy vocalists, a conglomeration of film bros shouting, "Let's go!" for no discernible reason, a tight cluster of hush-toned ballerinas, philosopher types, a bunch of photographers comparing lenses or whatever, and then, of course, there's the Dark Cove Theatre Society, the most exclusive club on campus. The society is known for its talented elite, illustrious drama productions, general snobbery, and, these days, notoriously debaucherous, very illicit parties. There is no shortage of rumors and lore attached to it. Everything I know about the society I've learned against my will, but its inner workings are unknowable. Fact cannot be separated from fiction, at least not from my position on the outside. All the theater kids swirl around the society members, a little fearful, but mostly envious. The club's de facto rulers, a trio of gorgeous lesbian actresses, aka the gatekeepers, stand at the eye of the storm. Magpie the pugnacious, born with Angelina Jolie lips and a silver spoon in her mouth. Rue, whose shampoo commercial hair and dewy complexion conceal the biggest brain on campus. And last, but most certainly not least, there's Frankie Lin, our resident ingenue. If Dark Cove were a normal high school, Frankie Lin would be the cheerleader. At Dark Cove, she's the star actress. Pick any genre, and she's the leading lady. She's Elle Woods, Sidney Prescott, Buffy the freaking Vampire Slayer, only somehow hotter than all of them put together, and she knows it, wearing a baby pink Fiorucci cherub tee and a pair of invisible angel wings to match. I brush past swaths of silk, Egyptian cotton, and cashmere, tugging at the seams of my own clashy, ill-fitting outfit. It's an assortment of Valley Village finds that looked relatively cool until I put them on this morning. A The Exorcist tee that simultaneously accentuates the roundness of my belly and makes my boobs look weirdly hexagonal, paired with wedgie-inducing low-rise Levi's that I regret ever squeezing my body into and intend on burning immediately after use. The back-to-school ferry ride is an annual fashion show of about 200 student models. Soon enough, we'll all be forced into drab variations of the school uniform. Knee-length kilts, cotton blend button-ups, wool cardigans, covey green rugby shirts, and, for formal curricular events, tweed blazers with matching trousers. The ferry ride is an opportunity for students to assert their aesthetic identities and style sense, or, in my case, lack thereof. A flash of cow print catches my eye from the back of the boat. It's Kay, in a campy but chic Western getup, looking like a contestant on a themed episode of America's Next Top Model. They're typing something on their phone. I call their name. They don't hear me. My pocket buzzes. I'm wiggling my way between two clumps of flanneled guitarists when I accidentally collide with a 6-foot someone who I quickly identify as Hunter Kinsey. The golden boy. My not ex-crush. Whatever. The seasickness comes back with a vengeance. "Sorry," I mumble. "No prob, Vi." He smiles, like a white-toothed Abercrombie ad, like it's nothing. His skin is a deep bronze, and his eyes are the color of a well-watered lawn. The hair on his forearms glitters against his late August tan. Summer has treated him well. Of course it has. I see you didn't learn how to not be a klutz in the past few months, huh? When he winks at me, I want to throw myself overboard. I notice a whisper of stubble that wasn't there the last time we talked. "Yeah, no, didn't end up getting that waitressing gig." I shout over the sound of crashing waves, fighting the nausea desperately, trying to seem breezy, failing, naturally. Sold yoga pants to suburban moms instead. "I dig it," he chuckles, and my organs somersault. Funny how you can spend months getting over someone and then they laugh and destroy all that progress like a lost game of Jenga. "You know the Hollywood Forever Cemetery? I worked there. 6 feet above Burt Reynolds, Judy Garland, all of them. Sling and stale popcorn. Totally legendary." As the son of some big producer at some big production company, Hunter's summer jobs are a rite of passage. A fun anecdote more than a necessity. I don't know what to say to him other than,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?